Disaster has struck us here at Norton. Our star man, Noam Emran, he's leaving us. He's leaving us at the end of December. I didn't think we'd hold on to him for very long. He's gone back home to France. He's going to join Paris FC on a free transfer. They're in League 2. They're in the second division of France. The former Manchester United man. We've lost him already. Disappointing. But that's for future. Let's get into today's episode. Yes guys, welcome back to the northeast of England here with Norton Stockton Ancients. Episode number 15, where today we're going to be taking on our FA Vars second round away to Holmesdale. I'm so disappointed about losing Emran. He's look how many goals we've scored, and he's a key part of that. If we just have a quick look at the squad and the goals, James Gale up there on 20, but Emran's played 18, scored 18. He's been great for us. Anyway, since you were last with us, which was Heaton Stanton in the first round of the cup, we did actually draw a game against Newcastle Benfield. James Gale got the goal in that game. We then took on Whitley Bay, 2-0 win. Aziakunu and Lewis Warrington getting the goals. 2-0 then against Penrith. Snowden and Aziakunu scoring the penalty there. We then took on Redcar Athletic. James Gale with the double, and Noam Emran getting himself on the score sheet as well. In terms of where that leaves us in the league, we are 7 points clear at the top. North Shields have now become the second place team. Carlisle have dropped off quite some distance and are now 11 points behind us. Guisborough Town find themselves also outside the playoffs. But if you just have a look at the player stats in the league, we've got James Gale leading the way. Emran's there as well. Average ratings wise, fantastic. We've been playing very, very well. Harry Christie's got 10 clean sheets for the season. Of course, we've only lost that one game to Carlisle City. But we are going to be taking on today Holmesdale Park. We've then also got Ryhope Colliery Welfare in the Northern League second round. I'm not going to show that one. We are going to do a double header today though. We're going to do Holmesdale and then we're going to do Carlisle City, see if we can finally beat them. Of course, played them 3 times. We've lost 1-0 in all of them. So let's get into the Heaton Stanton game. Not Heaton Stanton, Holmesdale. Of course, we beat Heaton Stanton in the last round. The lineup we're going to go with today is going to be this one. We're going to go with Christian goal, Salmon, Greenwood, Aziakunu and Aesthorpe. Pretty solid back line now that we've got there. We're going to go Brookwell, Raymond and Snowden is the midfield. We've then got Warrington, Emran and Gale up front. Bench wise we've got Murray, Coyne, Egan, Skates and Sonny Best. Of course Sonny Best keeps complaining, wants to play. Skates I believe was the same. Murray's got a bid in for him. Of course we're losing Emran. That's quite annoying. I'm disappointed to lose him, but you know, that's what happens at lower league football when you don't have players on contracts. Let's go though. Let's get into the game. I'm pretty confident of a win given our form that we're in. Holmesdale are down near the bottom of their league. We'll just tell the boys just to carry on because they've played really, really well in the last few games. Brookwell's done well since he came in as that deep line playmaker. Now we are in our away kit today, our plain white away kit, because I can't get it into the game. James Gale though, inside the second minute, gets his 21st goal of the season with the header from the corner, and it's a fantastic start. Typical British weather, as you can see. For those of you watching who are from Britain, it's a great header by Gale. Fantastic. Drizzle, 13 degrees centigrade in November. That's quite warm for November, to be fair, in England. But the rain's pretty normal. Anyway, the front two playing very, very well. I'm really going to have to try and find a replacement for Emran now, or we just give Sonny Best his chance. He's not quite as good as Emran though, is he? If we're being entirely honest. You may notice that I've changed back to the last skin that we were using. I just felt as though we had more information on the screen with this one, especially when you press on the squad screen. Everything's there for you. Sorry, an actual player's screen. Snowden with the effort from range there. it was just a bit more sort of user friendly. I do need to change all of this around though. It's the first game I've had since I changed it back. Azikunu's underneath that header though. It's now Warrington, Snowden, James Gale, big man up front there. He's got Salmon out wide. Ever present since we started this save. Salmon, I think he's the only one we've got who's been ever present. It's Gale in towards Emeran. Noam Emeran with his 19th goal of the season, the young Frenchman there. And it's now 2-0 to Norton. Very, very comfortable so far. Great play. We don't need to see the replay. Do you know what? I'm just quickly going to pause it so I can change this round. Right, that's a bit better. I've sorted my screens out. I've sorted the skins out a little bit. Like I say, it's the first time I've used it since I changed back to it. I like the TCS one. It just doesn't work great on a laptop. This one works, for me it works much better, other than the fact I have to close this down for us to get both the teams on the screen. But with the TCS one, you know, I'm limited by my laptop. I could only get these boxes to come out as far as here, so I had big empty space here with not as much information on the screen. Look, my mum's come again. My mum's come to watch us again, which is great. 57 minutes. We'll look to make some changes in a minute. We'll just get some fresh legs on. We'll give Gale a rest. He's done a lot of running for us this season, and we'll do that now with that effort from Raymond going over the top. We'll get Sonny Best on the pitch. Give Gale a rest. He's done his work for today. We'll also give Warrington doesn't really need a rest, but you know what? We'll get Jack Egan on. Give Jack Egan some game time. He's not featured for as much since Warrington came in, so it's nice to get him into the squad. Of course, he was a star player for us last season before he broke his foot. But now we've got Holmesdale coming forward, but we've pinched the ball with Raymond. Now it's Acethorpe. Acethorpe over the top towards Emeran. Was he offside? He wasn't, and that's what we're going to miss with Emeran, is those runs in behind and his pace. He's 90% of his goals have come like that, just a ball over the top. Look, he lays the ball off, and then he goes, and he just leaves the defender stood. And then he's got the composure to finish it as well. We're really going to miss that with Emeran, unfortunately. But I can't keep banging on about it. We've got a month and a half left of him. Let's just take advantage of that. Get ourselves some decent distance in the league. Salmon forward towards Sonny Best. It's a poor throw in though. I don't know why he just didn't go short to him. Conte now Butler. Adams for Holmesdale. It goes back to Taylor in goal. Taylor clears it long. We should be underneath this. We are. Sam Greenwood, great header. It's now Jack Egan with Snowden. Salmon inside to Snowden again. He's now got Sonny Best. It's Salmon advancing down the right hand side. We're passing the ball around well here. Sonny Best inside the area looking for Egan. Jack Egan gets his second goal of the season from the bench, and it's been quite a comfortable game so far. Of course, we are the defending champions, which is great. Yeah, but comfortable, very, very comfortable so far. Be awesome if we get ourselves back to Wembley, defend our trophy. I'm not sure how far up the leagues you're entered into the FA Vars. I think this might be the last stage. It might be next league up. Not sure, but if we can keep filling that trophy cabinet that we had built for us, especially, be fantastic. That is going to be full-time whistle though. Comfortable 4-0 win. Noam Emeran, man of the match. Great work, guys. Great work. Second half of the episode, as I said, we're going to see if we can finally beat our voodoo team, Carlisle City. That would be fantastic. As I said, we've played them 3 times. 3 1-0 defeats. I need to turn that around. The media are taking the time here to decide what they're going to say. Awesome. Yeah, I'll see you guys for the second half of the episode. I've got a few games to play in between, so I'll catch up with you. Noam Emeran's last day. Hopefully he's still here before the match. So yes, I'll see you guys in just a minute. Right guys, welcome back to the second half of the episode, where we start on our transfer page. We've had a little bit of bad news coming into the Carlisle City game today. I was hoping that it was going to be Emeran's last game for us, but he's actually joined Paris before the game started. Very disappointing to lose him. He's gone there he's on £3,500 a week, so I don't really blame him. I did mention earlier on in the episode that we would possibly be replacing him with Sonny Best. Sonny Best has also left. He's gone to join New Mills. So that's an option that's out the window. Sent a couple of players out on loan as well. We've sent Andy King, Lan, Charles and Andy Thomas. They've all gone out on loan. Keith Wright has also left us. So there's another striking option gone. Of course, he played very well for us last season when he came in. Michael Skates, again the attacking midfielder, is another one who's left. We have brought a couple of players in going the other way. We've got a new left back in Joe Anderson. If we just compare him to Bailey Aisthorpe, you can see marginally better player. He's done okay for us so far. And we've brought in Kenta Almgren, the young Swede. He was one who was already on trial with us, joining when he turned 18. Central defender. Room to improve, which is great. Potential to be a couple of divisions higher or one division higher, I'm not entirely sure. But we've played a few games since you were last with us. Of course, last time you were here was the Holmesdale 4-0 win in the FA Vase. We then had a disappointing draw away to Ashington in the league. James Gale bagging the goal there. Another disappointing result in the Northern League Cup second round, with just scraping a 1-0 win against Ryhope Colliery Welfare there. Northampton Town in the league was up next, 2-0 win, Azzy Kunu and Noam Emeran with the goals. North Shields, who of course were second in the league at the time, I think they still are. We picked up a 3-1 away win there, with James Gale getting 2 and Emeran with the 1. FA Vase third round, we took on Pennystone Church, where we won 9-0. Emeran got himself 4, Jack Egan got a couple. We've scored that many that we can't even fit them all onto the page. But yeah, 9-0. Then most recently we took on bottom of the league, Sunderland Ryhope. This game scared me a little bit. We went behind twice to them, and I think we were behind at half time, if I remember rightly. We were 2-1 behind at half time. Second half though, we bagged 4 goals. James Gale getting himself a hat-trick, and Emeran with his final league goal for the club. James Gale, by the way, played 23 games for us this season with 29 goals in the league, 15 games, 26 goals. He's been unreal for us, and that does leave us in a very, very comfortable position in the league table. We are 11 points clear at the top. Carlisle City having a shocker. If we just have a look, they've recently sacked their manager, Jim Nichols. He left 2 weeks ago after 3 years in the job. Obviously the board over at Carlisle were disappointed with the form that they were in. But that's how things look at the minute. We're hoping to get our first win against Carlisle. Luca Nelson has come back into the squad. He is going to be the short-term replacement for Noam Emeran until I can bring somebody better in. But starting lineup for today, it's familiar. We're going with Christie, Salmon, Coyne, Azzy Kunu, and we're giving Ainsthorpe a couple of games at left back. He's come to me complaining about lack of first team football. Brookwell, we might swap those two around, to be fair, Snowden and Brookwell. It's something that my assistant keeps suggesting to me, so I'll give it a go. Lewis Warrington has picked up a little bit of an injury. He's been out for 3-4 weeks now, so we're playing with Jack Egan, James Gale, and then Luca Nelson up top for us. You can see a couple of them are actually lacking in match fitness due to, obviously, lack of football. We've not really rotated the squad too much. We've also brought Lewis Coyne in ahead of Sam Greenwood, give Greenwood a little bit of a rest. But yeah, we've played Carlisle 3 times. We've lost 1-0 to them all 3 times. So let's see if today we can finally break our Carlisle Town hoodoo, which would be very, very nice. We do have a highlight very early on in the game though for Carlisle. Milne's gone over the top towards Bradbury. Salmon, it's not happening, is it? I don't know what it is about Carlisle. They're a bogey team for us. Big bogey team for us. Miller puts Carlisle ahead on 4 minutes. Our other bogey team in this save, Tallow Town, we've been drawn against them in the next round of the FA Vars. So hopefully we can overcome that bogey team as well, because I'd like to retain the FA Vars trophy, if at all possible. Carlisle, they may have the new manager bounce, which, you know, as a Sunderland supporter, it's something I've experienced a lot over the years. We tend to go through managers quite a lot in Sunderland. Anyway, 18 minutes on the clock. It's Carlisle City with the ball again. It's Kelly. Now it's Miller. Miller looks over the top towards Ballan. Ballan's through, but it's a poor effort really from Ballan. A little bit concerning how easily they got over the top of us there, though. I can't lose to Carlisle 1-0 again. That would just be so annoying. And that brings us to half time. Quite a quiet first half, to be fair. And we are in the game. You know, we're having shots. XG wise, obviously they've got this big boost with the penalty they had. But we're going to tell the boys that we're not happy. But we're also going to encourage them at the same time. Tell them we have faith in them. Really missing Emran up front with his pacing behind and his finishing. Can we actually score a goal against Carlisle? That's the first step, isn't it? And we do. As I say that, we do. Noah Brookwell gets his first goal for the club. Poor goalkeeping there. But the routine there worked really well. Long throw towards Gale, who used his aerial ability. Nods the ball down to Brookwell, who takes it first time. Maybe a hint of offside there from the number 7. I'm not entirely sure who our number 7 is. But the keeper should really be saving that. And that's the first goal we've ever scored against Carlisle in our 4th game. Now can we go on and get another one? As a highlight starts with Marshall, now Miller. Miller goes long, but Aziakunu's underneath it. It's now Raymond, inside to Gale, Egan, Brookwell, Nelson, shot blocked, but Aesthorpe's picked it up again on the left hand side. Looks for James Gale in the box, and this time the goalkeeper does make a good save. It's instant distribution, but it's straight to the feet of Coyne, who's now bringing the ball forward. He's got Salmon outside of him. Salmon looking to get the ball into the box. James Gale's in there waiting for the header. It's towards Gale. He's fouled. Milne has fouled Gale, and we've got ourselves a penalty. It's going to be taken by Aziakunu. He's been Mr. Reliable from the penalty spot so far this season. Not sure where these two are going. Aziakunu does find the bottom corner. And it's an episode of firsts. First goal against Carlisle City. First time we've been leading against Carlisle City. Technically, the referee should make us retake that because these two players were inside the D. Luke Nelson, you really need to start finding your feet if you want to keep your place in this team, mate. You've got big boots to fill. Aziakunu wins the header again, but it's only as far as Kelly. Kelly is forced backwards to Miller. Miller back down the line towards Kelly. It's now Swales looking for Kelly again. Swales back to Miller. We're keeping them in this corner, but Miller has now gone long, but it's easy for Aziakunu to deal with. He just takes his time, picks out Coyne. Now Coyne driving forward, finds Jack Egan. Now Brookwell forward to James Gale. James Gale with a poor pass there to Bradbury. But we are going to get the ball back, which is, that's good. We're pressing them into those mistakes. Coyne bringing it forward again, over the top towards Salmon. It's Milne's given away another penalty. That didn't look like a foul to me, to be fair to him. But we've got the chance to extend our lead now. It's Aziakunu from the penalty spot again. And he's gone the other way. He's gone high instead of low this time. He's picked up his 8th goal of the season. Not bad for a central defender. And that puts us 3-1 up in the game. You might have seen the commentary there. It said Norton's excellent run continues. We're currently unbeaten in 18 games. And this would make it 19. A couple of draws in there though. But still a great unbeaten run. We've just got to adapt to life without Emran now. I am looking for a replacement. It's just, with it being December, no, there's not really contracts running out or anything like that for me to get players in on a free. But Carlisle City, Swells are coming forward. It's now Ballan. He's forced outside to Kelly. Kelly goes to the back post towards Miller. It's a great double save by Christie. but on the third attempt, Nick Hay gets the ball into the back of the net. Christie's efforts in vain there. The defenders didn't really cover themselves in glory, to be fair. It's a good ball in by Kelly. Miller with the initial header, good save by Christie and the second. But Hayes' deflected effort off Aziakunu. And it's back to just a one-goal game. One-goal game. This would put us 13 points clear at the top. It's a third penalty for Norton in the game. Aziakunu with his chance for his hat-trick from the penalty spot. And he does. Aziakunu has scored a hat-trick of penalties in this game. There's been 4 penalties in this game. 4 penalties in this game. And we've put 4 past them. We've gone from never scoring against them to scoring 4. Yes, 3 of them have been penalties. Aziakunu has got himself a hat-trick as a central defender. This would leave us 13 points clear in the league, which is absolutely brilliant. Carlisle City, they're hanging on to their playoff place above Gisborough Town. Thornaby have come up, Northallerton have come up into the playoff positions as well. But that's it. That's a fantastic win. Fantastic win. And we have extended our gap at the top of the table. Promotion is looking, unless there's a serious collapse. We saw it a little bit last season. We were 15, potentially 18 points clear, and it came down to the final day of the season. But we're in a pretty commanding position now. It looks like North Shields actually got themselves a goal late on in that game. They did. They scored a 93rd minute winner, which leaves the gap at 11 points. But still 11 points clear at the top after 23 games in a 38 game season. It's pretty good. 15 games left to go. And as I said, promotion does look very, very likely again. For us, back-to-back promotions would be excellent. Obviously, I'd like to win the FA Vase again. That's going to be next episode. We're going to do the Towlow Town game. We've also got Gisborough Town, local rivals, of course, our fierce rivals. We'll do Towlow, Gisborough in the next episode. As always, though, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, please, can you hit that like button for me, please? It helps me out massively. Helps with the YouTube algorithms, helps my channel show up for starters, which, you know, obviously helps me grow. As always though, guys, I've been Dean. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.